Poor old Barbara Moore. We took out her lung and then she got stuck in an MRI scanner. Thank you, nurse. Thank you for coming and saving me. Poor old Barbara. She was stuck in that MRI machine for hours. Hello everybody, Brad here today and welcome back to Project Hospital. So you may have noticed our hospital looks fairly different. So what I've been doing in between episodes is having a look at our layout, and I really wasn't happy with oncology being back here. I don't even know why really, I just wasn't really happy with it, and I want to try and fit in another department today. So I want to try and get in the general surgery department, and I wasn't really happy with the layout because I thought if I try and squish it all down here it's just going to look crap. So I thought, right, if I get oncology down here, you know, have the rooms exactly how I want them to be, then if we need to expand out to this area with general surgery, we can do that. So we're going to get in the hospitalization up here on this floor next to oncology. Then the clinic will be down here. So the clinic's going to be next to the oncology clinic and the emergency hospitalization. I forgot to mention, guys, if you want me to have a look at your hospitals that you've built, then please feel free to send me your saved game files to the email address that you should see in the video now. I've had a couple of people already asking me if I'd review their hospitals, and I'm more than happy to do that. We can have a video looking at a couple hospitals. I'll have a look around. I'll try and treat some of your patients, and I might provide some suggestions on how maybe you can make it a little bit nicer. So please feel free to send me your hospital saved game files at the email address below, and I'll also add the email address to the description of this video. So that's now out the way, and like I said, we'll be getting in the general surgery department here, the clinic anyway. Right, I've gotten out my wall tool to start planning where we're going to get everything. So this here is going to be a really nice like welcome area with a reception waiting room. So if we see that we're going to have our doctor's offices being 5 by 5, so we have 1, 2, maybe 3 for the moment, and do you know what, we'll get in space for the 4th there, get rid of that weird little bit there. Okay, so they're going to be general surgery offices like that. Beautiful. We're going to need a reception area, so that there can be the reception. Then the rest of this bit can be waiting room up to there. Then we're going to need cleaning closet, rest room, common room, all that kind of stuff as well, aren't we? Or actually what we could do, just trying to think of space. Okay, so I think we're going to go with that for the layout. So 4 doctor's offices, lovely big waiting room so we can get in another doctor's office if we need to, or general surgery office I should say. Then we've got the reception, a little rest room and a common room. So let's go ahead and think about doors. So let's get a door to come into there. Then we're going to need a door for every single general surgery office. Let's do that. We're obviously going to need some walls to be going around our common area and our restroom, like that. Then we're going to want our WC, so we'll go with the green. That green I think we're going with. So that wall there can be where the WCs are. Then we're going to need doors on those, so door, like that. We'll get a door to go into that toilet, and then we'll get a nice glass door to go into the common room. Okay, perfect. Oh, a cleaning closet. How could I forget a cleaning closet? So we get the cleaning closet, 1, 2, 3. So if we go up by 4. We probably do not want that to be the WC walls. That's probably not the best. Okay, now we have a restricted area door on that cleaning closet like that. Okay. I'm tempted to go with wood here. I'm tempted to have this as a nice wooded area. I think that looks quite cool. We'll go tiles as always in our restroom. In our common room we'll go with a nice dark wood. Love it. Then in the cleaning closet we'll go with a nice dark floor. Okay, so let's say that up there is going to be a cleaning closet. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and think about what we need to have in here. Oh, I need to change that wall there. You need to be purple. Perfect. Right, so our reception area, we're going to have obviously some reception desks. So let's have that, and then that can go up to the wall. We're going to need, we'll get out one computer. I don't think we're going to need two computers, so we'll just get out one with a printer. And let's move this forward a little bit. Can I move you forward, please? Thank you. And then on the back wall here, we'll get out some card files and a water dispenser, I think. Okay, that's nice. We'll get an escape and rescue plan, just in case anyone's wondering where they can go to escape. No feeling. And we'll put in a clock there too. Okay, perfect. That's the reception done. So the waiting area, I think we'll go some blue benches. I thought we have like a little aisle of them, was my thinking. So if we do that, then in the middle there we can get some nice coffee tables. So these are the modded coffee tables. We'll have our waiting room sign so we know where people can wait. Getting some nice plants, getting some Wi-Fi. We could get in an umbrella stand here. Lovely, so you can drop off your umbrella. Then we probably want to get in some plants. I'm looking for something like magazines. Definitely want to get some magazines so you can do some reading while you're waiting. We're going to want to get out some fire extinguishers because, you know, if there's a fire in here, you're going to want to try and put that out, aren't you? So there's all of our fire stuff. And for on top of our coffee tables, maybe a plant and a lamp. Yeah, okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Right, our doctor's offices. What about if we go for like a purple tile? I think that'll be a bit too much for all of them. What, like a light lino flooring? Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So let's go with that. Exam table, we'll go like a nice blue. Let's do these for all of the rooms, it's probably easier. So we'll get this one on that wall. We'll get one there and one there, just so it's all a little bit different. So for all of those, we're going to need some medical lights. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. We're also going to need some trash bins. Now, one of these are more expensive than the other. Yeah, the red bins are much more affordable. So let's do something like that. Then we'll get one yellow and we'll go for another red up there. We've got a disinfectant dispensers over those bins. Right, office table. So let's go for that office desk, that's the cheapest. So you can go there. That one can go there. Then we'll get that one there. And that one there. Again, I just like to have these in different places just so it looks a little bit different every time. Right, so let's change you and you can actually go there. Right, we're also going to need some equipment cabinets. So let's get one equipment cabinet per room. And that's going to have the audio meters on it. Like so. Then we're going to get out some equipment tables. And the equipment tables are going to handle the CRP. So let's do that. And then we're going to get in the CRP scans for each of those. Lovely jubbly. We're going to need printers on the desks. We'll go for 2 printers and 2 paper holders. Obviously we need PCs. Lovely. Eye test. Eye test can go in pretty random locations in each of these. Something like that. We'll get some fancy chairs in so people can tell us all about their ailments and they can sit down whilst they do so. Love it, love it. It's probably worth getting some privacy screens by our exam beds. Because, you know, you might want to get changed or something first, which makes sense, you know. Right, let's have these exam beds up against the walls because that makes more sense. So let's move that equipment table over to there. Then move the exam bed. So that needs to move to there. That moves to there. Okay, love it, love it. We'll get out a few more items in some of these rooms, like the oxygen tanks, just so there's a few bits dotted around. Oh no, the plant needs to be inside, please. Got a few plants. Okay, that's nice, I like that. Right, the WC should be a fairly easy one. We know exactly what's got to go in here. So we've got some WCs. Perfect. Let's get out some sinks. Let's get out 3 sinks. And we'll get out 2 hand dryers. And a plastic hamper. And a bin. Really, really simple. Common room. We'll get a couple of sofas. We'll get in a cabinet with a radio. Then we'll have a fridge. A couple of lockers up there. We'll go for a sink. Then we'll have some cabinets with drawers, cabinets with doors. Get some wall mounting cabinets, get a coffee machine. Then back here we can get some bookcases and a dining table with some chairs. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Get a vending machine and let's get out a plant. Perfect. Right, cleaning closet. Again, let's get out some shelves. We'll get out a couple of bucket carts and a plastic hamper and a sink. Okay, there we go. There's our general surgery clinics. We've got all the rooms we need. Now we need to make sure we've got all the staff we need. So, receptionist. Let's go with... You're good at night, Kate Martinez, but we need someone that's good at the day, but I don't really want to spend $1,000. Again, in Kate Martinez, Kate, we know you're better at night, but you're going to have to deal with it and be efficient in the day. Simples, really. Right, doctors. Oh, you're pretty good, Richard. And then you're pretty good, Lisa. So let's get in Richard. He can currently be our chief doctor. Then we're going to get in Lisa Lewis. She's a germaphobe, but that's okay. In the current climate, Lisa, I think that's probably a good thing. Then let's have a look at these 2 guys. Oh, we've got lots of good bosses. Look at these good bosses. So let's get 3 doctors out for the moment. Then we can add that 4th doctor a little bit later on if we need it. Right, and then janitors. What janitors do we have? You're pretty good, Jessica. And we'll get 1 more for the night. Yeah, let's get in David. He likes to game. I know the feeling. He's a night owl. And he's got a bit of a long commute, but that's fine. So then David Davis can come in at night. Guys, we've got in our general surgery department. That's awesome. So now let's wait. We'll have a look who our first patients are for our general surgery department. Then when we think it's appropriate to do so, we can start thinking about building up our hospitalization upstairs of general surgery. So I've been doing a few makeovers in here, guys. I've popped up this little wall here in reception, and I've just added like the room numbers and like the icons for the rooms, the little decals that go on the wall. But we have our first patient. Here we have Jessica Garcia. So we're already pretty sure what's actually wrong with her. So it looks like she's got pyelonephritis, which is inflammation of the kidney. Well, that's not very good, is it? So Jessica's going to need some antibiotics. We'll also give her these other bits and bobs to make her life a little bit nicer, but it's probably worth doing like a physical exam. I'm just worried that we're rushing a little bit onto actually what's wrong with her. But she'd have a triage at reception. Okay, she's gone. Bye, Jessica. I hope you enjoyed your stay, your very short stay in our general surgery department. It's been a very quiet afternoon here in our general surgery clinic, which is to be expected. What I want to do now is to spend our evening here in the game actually planning and building our hospitalization for general surgery upstairs. So let's go ahead and we will do just that. Now here you can see I've kind of got this room laid out ready for an operating theatre. So it would be very similar to how we've laid this one out. So you come in with a little scrubbing area, then you go into the operating theatre. Just try and make it a little bit more realistic to real life. So this is where our general surgery operating theatre is going to be. Okay, so now we need to plan where we want our hospitalisation to go. So we need an on-call room, nurses station, diagnostic unit, regular ward and a high dependency unit. So that's going to be our operating theatre. That's already marked out for that. It's probably worth our regular ward being as close as possible to the elevator. because that's where most patients will probably go. So what about if we had our regular wards there? Obviously we can expand this, you know, out this way or whatever then. We could have our nurse station and on-call room here in the middle. So we could have that a little bit. Probably have that one coming out. That one there. Obviously not quite that big. Okay, what else do we need? Then we could have our high dependency unit tucked in there. Then we could have our diagnostic units here. So we'd have one in there, and then it's probably worth us having another one a bit like that. That's a very compact department, but I think that would work, and we've got room in this corridor to expand if we ever need to, haven't we? So let's get out these walls. So obviously we're going to have the purple theme going on up here, so that all needs to be purple. And then you'll enter our department. For the moment you'll enter it there, so then that wall on the corner needs to be blue. Then all of these are going to be purple, so that comes down a little corridor for the observation room or diagnostic unit, whatever it's called. That's going to be our high dependency unit, which hopefully not too many people will have to go into. Okay, and I hope that we could share the common room and stuff of this for oncology, I think, aren't they? Yeah, so hopefully we can share that. Okay, so doors and windows. We're going to want doors, obviously, here for our diagnostic units. Let's get a double door for our high dependency unit. Okay, so I've already jigged this around a little bit, guys. The on-call room and the nurse station weren't quite where I wanted them to be, so what I've done is I've moved them over here and I've expanded a little bit into this free area that we had, because I really want you to be able to come into the department and have like this nurse station really in your face as like a reception area. You speak to a nurse, you get taken to where you need to go. So then what I've done is I've created this little gap in between the high dependency unit and the regular ward, because when I build general surgery, these always need to be expanded. So I thought let's really like have enough space to expand these if we need to. So the regular ward can expand out this way and this way, and the high dependency unit can expand out that way if it needs to. Right, so let's continue with our walls and doors. So in terms of doors, we're going to want one to come into the department there, one to come into and out of the department there. We're going to want a double door to get into the regular ward. The nurses unit, well, the on-call room can definitely have a wall separating it there, and then this one would probably have a couple walls, a couple gaps, and be a bit like that. And then here you can get into the doctor's office there, and you can also get into the nurse's station there if you need to. Okay, so flooring, we're going to go with wood flooring for here. Our ward, why don't we try the line with that one, and then in the middle it can be some nice lino Ritchie. Our high dependency unit can have, what should we do in our high dependency unit? Maybe we'll go with that line, a bit like that. And then our diagnostic units can be tiled. Yeah, okay, lovely. We're also probably going to want to get in a rest room maybe in here. And we'll leave the corridor like that for the moment. Windows, we can definitely get a window out there. We'll get a temporary window there and there. Okay, so rooms, we're going to want this area here to be a corridor. All the way up there, all the way down into there. Into that little bit for the moment, and up to there. Beautiful. Right, so let's do our nurses station first. So we're going to want an office desk to be here, and that's like the reception desk. So whoever gets allocated that desk, you're going to be our lead receptionist. Then we'll just get some more desks going out down there. So let's get in some chairs. We're probably going to need quite a lot of nurses, especially after a while, you know, once the department's really integrated into the hospital. We're probably going to need quite a lot. We'll get out a couple of equipment cabinets because that does make sense. And then we need some meal trays. So let's get in 2 meal trays just there. Maybe get in some scrubs. That cleaning cart is really annoying me. Get out a can we get a little cabinet in there? We'll get a little cabinet with a radio, really. We can try and get that somewhere else. Okay, so then the doctor's office. Very, very similar. So let's get out some office desks. So let's go something a bit more like that. Again, office chairs. Let's get out plenty of chairs for everyone. We're going to obviously need some PCs. Then we'll get out some paper holders, get some of these into the nurse's station as well. Then we can get out some printers for the rest. Get a couple of printers in here. Okay, beautiful. Then we can get out some card units. And those card units or card files, I'd like one to have a radio. We can get in a bookcase, and it's probably worth us getting in a sofa as well, just for doctors to chill out in between shifts and in between, you know, some pretty emotionally challenging cases, which I'm sure there'll be lots of. Okay, so I like that a lot. Now our regular ward. So we're going to need some hospital beds, obviously. So let's pop that in. Bedside cabinet, a bed socket, and you know me guys, you know I like to get in a coffee table, so let's get in a coffee table with a flower. How lovely. Now we're getting a chair. These guys are not going to get fancy chairs. Why can't that go there? Okay, I don't know why that chair can't go there. It's because of the bed. For some reason it does not like the chair being there. Okay, not a problem, game, not a problem. So let's get out some more walls. So let's go down there. And in there we're going to get a couple of watch windows. So you can spy on your neighbour next to you if you want to. So how many of these can we get? Okay, I think this is definitely going to have to be expanded at some point. Because I remember that surgery gets pretty busy. So let's get rid of that wall there. And we'll get rid of that one just there. We're also going to need a defibrillator. And it's probably worth us getting in something like a bookcase. And we'll get in a cabinet with a radio so people can chill out and listen to the radio. Now let's get out some privacy screens so we can get those out on that wall there. I'm going to get it for some but not all. And then we'll just make sure that these walls here are painted. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's one ward done. Now our high dependency ward are going to need very similar units, so let's get one from there. We'll pop that down into there, and for these we're going to need to add the life monitor. We're going to need a defibrillator in here somewhere. Okay, so let's copy those units and we'll get in 3 for the moment. I think that should be fine. Then we just need to make sure the floor goes back to normal, so it's that, and then those bits there will be that floor. Okay, so again in the high dependency unit we're going to want to get in a few things for people to do. So let's get in a few cabinets up there with a radio, and we'll make sure there's also a bookcase. Perfect, perfect. Our diagnostic units, they're going to need an exam table, so let's get... Can I go into here, please? Doesn't like me going there. Okay, let's go in. I need a bit of space. So you need a bit of space. Let's do that. I'm going to get in these lamps this time, I think. Let's do something different. Let's get in the different lamps. Then we'll get in some equipment cabinets. What else do we need? A scrubbing sink. A normal sink's fine, isn't it? Yeah, lovely. So a dialysis machine. We'll get that in. That's probably pretty expensive. We're going to need some equipment tables for CRP and audio meters. So let's do that. And then in this one, we'll get an equipment table. So let's do CRP, audio meter, then we're going to need a mobile workstation. Lovely. Eye test. We're getting a stretcher in that one and a whiteboard. Then we need a bin in both. So let's do something like that. Lovely. I think that is our rooms all done for general surgery. We're going to leave the operating theatre for the moment. We're going to leave it for the moment. I want to earn a little bit more money first. Let's also get in while we're here a cleaning closet. So let's have this down there, out the way of most things. We're going to get a nice black floor, standard brand when it comes to building a hospital. We're going to get in a cleaning closet. So let's get that in. Right, and again we need some shelves. We need some bucket carts, and we're getting a plastic camper and a sink. Lovely, simple as. Right, so let's start with the janitors. So let's get in. Carol Taylor's pretty good. She's a slow learner, but that's okay, Carol. That's absolutely fine. And let's get in Margaret Jackson. Okay, so the nurses, let's get in Jane King's pretty good. And at night we'll get in, who should we go for? Oh, Nancy's really good. So lovely. Right, so let's try and get in some interns who hopefully will just run around with our patients. So one more intern. Kate Thomas, what's wrong with you? Oh, lots of things are wrong with you. Okay, so we'll hold off on that for the moment. So let's also get in, oh god, that's not very good. I'm going to have to refresh. I really don't like doing that. Spending so much money. Let's get in you and you. Oh, another intern. So you are going to be focused on patient care. You guys are going to be focused on patient transfers. Then we'll get in 2 people here. You move slow, but you're pretty good. Who just do general stuff. Okay, lovely. So doctors. Let's have a look at doctors. So let's see all of your little bits and bobs. So let's get in Jessica Green. She's pretty good. And she's a 3-star, same as Richard, so we can, you know, leave that how it is for the moment. Oh, Elizabeth Cole's pretty good. And Michael Miller's very good. So Michael Miller is going to be our new head of general surgery. Oh, he's in here at night. Well, let's make sure you're in here in the day, Michael. Okay, lovely. So we need one more surgeon in the day. So let's go for Linda Lewis. She has lovely, clean feet. And we need one anaesthetologist in the day. So again, let's go for Elizabeth Cole. She's pretty good. And then we need one doctor at night. So let's go for Richard Martin. He's a bit slow, but he's cheap. And cheap is always good. So that's general surgery now open for business. Please join us next time, guys, where we will hopefully be seeing some patients coming up here, and we can definitely get this operating room in and functioning. Then we can see hopefully some operations being undertaken side by side. So I really hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel down below if you haven't done so already. And please feel free to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Have a great day. See you later.